Hey everybody, this is Jim Kurtz with Expansion Marketing. I'm really excited to be here with you today. And on this presentation, I'm going to show you a tool that you can use, and this is going to be how to get 10 to 50 targeted leads to your business every single day. And this could be any business given. The standard business where you have customers, could be retail, could be online, could be B2B, whatever kind of business you have. It could even be a work from home situation, affiliate marketing, multi-level marketing, network marketing, whatever kind of business you have, this tool will work and it will help you expand the number of contacts that you make every day exponentially and really help you superpower your lead generation. Now, and this technique, this method, does not use cold calling. It does not use paid ads like Facebook or Google. It does not require you to manually sit in front of your computer and post over and over and over for hours a day. Okay? This is going to be a unique system that you're definitely going to want to pay attention to. Now, before we really get started here, I want to say, please stay to the end. I need your undivided attention. So if you can please put your cell phone away, make sure the kids are taken care of. Really just focus in here. It's about 10, 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes for this presentation. And I'm going to show you a tool that will increase your lead generation by at least 10 times or more. And that is assuming you already have a good lead generation strategy, you're already making sales. If you're just starting out, or if you have a new business, or if your business doesn't have a good lead generation strategy and you really need help, then it will expand your lead generation by many more times, which you're already doing. Now, at the end of this webinar or this presentation, I'm going to give you an invitation to our mastermind training group on Facebook. This is also not just a tool that we're launching here, but I'm going to show you how we're going to be training you on how to use it so that you're able to effectively use this to the best of your ability to really generate some leads. And also give you a chance at the very end to get in on the ground floor of one of the best opportunities to hit online marketing in years. Okay, so let's just dive in here. So first of all, who am I? Who are we? My name is Jim Kurtz. I'm the owner of Expansion Marketing. I have 18 years of sales and marketing experience, and I've successfully promoted several different companies, including an Inc. 500 marketing company in 2012. I've marketed for multiple industries, including food service, printing, agriculture, retail, online, courses, all name it, I've done it. Okay. And I also, just my own personal thing, I'm a proud father of 3 boys. So I really love my family, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. Now, just to let you guys know, I've done sales and marketing the hard way, okay? I've been doing this for a long time. I've done it the hard way, right? I have been in a situation where I'm making 200 plus cold calls every single day. And let me tell you something, even though I had some success with it, it was a soul crushing kind of a job where I'm just like day in, day out, just banging the phones, banging the phones, banging the phones. And it was really, even though I had some success with it, it was really very frustrating, very tiring, because you hear no a lot, you hear hang-ups a lot, you leave a lot of messages. It's a lot of work to get those few little nuggets, okay? I've been in situations where I posted dozens of pictures, videos, texts all over social media. Okay, I've tried that strategy. I've done live streaming on Periscope and Meerkat. I don't know if you guys remember those platforms. Meerkat, I think, is gone now. Periscope, I'm not sure if people still use it or not. But I've also done YouTube live videos and Facebook Live, which are still the more popular ones now. And I've done hundreds of blog posts, okay? I've blogged for my own business. I've blogged for nonprofits, people I work for, friends. You know, I've done educational stuff, marketing stuff. I've done for all these different industries, for other companies I've worked for. I've been a blogger for a long time, okay? And I've tried creating ebook content. Again, I've done educational ebooks. I've done marketing ebooks. I've done ebooks to sell a particular product. I've developed ebooks that I've sold as a product. You know, so I've definitely gone that route. I engaged in building sales funnels and websites. In fact, this video you're watching right now is on a website. So I totally built that site, and I continue to do that, even though it's not necessarily my bread and butter at this point. And I've done affiliate marketing, okay? For those of you guys who don't know, affiliate marketing is where you have somebody else's product and you basically go out and promote that product for this company or this person, and then they give you a commission anytime somebody buys. And they do that through affiliate links. And there's programs like ClickBank and JVZoo and all that, and I've done all that as well. Okay, I've done the email marketing where I've just sent out thousands and thousands and thousands of emails to hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people over the last 20 years. And so I definitely have a lot of experience with email marketing as well. And I've also done the multiple marketing / network marketing thing, where you're pestering your friends and your family to come to your opportunity meeting. And I've been that MLM guy that kind of becomes the pariah of my social circle, because I'm just always trying to find a way to, work that business opportunity into a regular conversation. And that's a quick way to lose a lot of your friends. And I've done that for several times as well. But what if you just wanted to skip all of that effort and all of that hard work and just go straight to the part where you can connect with your top prospects who are ready to buy? Okay, wouldn't that be great if you could just avoid all that work and some kinds of money? But the question obviously is, how do we do that? How do you just short circuit that? How do you get around doing all that work and spending all that time and writing all that content, or even if you're doing paid ads, doing that route, how do you avoid spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on paid ads before you start seeing revenue? But before we get to that, I want to ask you to close your eyes for a second and really imagine for a second. Just imagine never having to cold call again, never having to pick up that 50-pound telephone receiver or smartphone and sitting there making calls to people who don't know you, who are hanging up on you, screaming at you, doing whatever. Just imagine if you can just get rid of that, never have to do that again. Imagine if you never had to spend hours a day posting your link multiple times all over social media, writing blog posts, creating ebooks, making all this different content and trying to really get this message out, and literally spending your whole day for very little return. Imagine never having to do that again. And lastly, just imagine having 10 to 50 or more targeted prospects reaching out to you, asking you to take their money so that you can provide the product and service. Wouldn't that be amazing? Can you just imagine how different your life might be than it is now if you just had that kind of a scenario? And that's the scenario I'm going to be showing you here in a second. So first, I want to share a few secrets with you that I think will help you. I want to provide some value in this presentation. First secret is you really should focus on spending your time closing or selling and presenting a product, not on lead generation. You only make money when people buy your product or service. That's how it usually works. So one thing you have to realize is if you're spending all your time, most salespeople, or most people that are starting their own business are actually spending 90% of their time just trying to find people to close, find people that might be interested in what they're doing, right? But that's really whacked. You're not making any money for all that time you're spending just prospecting, right? Where you make your money is on that sale. So imagine if you're only spending 10% of your time really on the tasks that are going to make you money, like talking to people that might be interested, right? Well, imagine if you flip that scenario and all of a sudden, instead of spending 90% of your time trying to find the right people to talk to and 10% actually talking to them, imagine if you flip that and spent 90% of your time presenting your product or service or closing them or even delivering the product or service where you've already been paid, versus spending all of your time trying to just find people. Wouldn't that be awesome if you could just flip that script? And this is what we're going to show you today. But the second secret I want to go over with you is the only people really getting rich off online courses are the creators. I have nothing against affiliate marketing. I have nothing against information products or online courses. A lot of them, I think, can be successful, but there's some reality you should be really aware of if you're really doing that. And if you're creating your own product, then that's a different story. You're probably going to have a good chance of making money. In fact, this tool I'm going to show you will help you with that. But if you're just promoting other people's product, keep this in mind. If you find yourself buying a lot of courses and buying a lot of masterminds and buying into a lot of things, then just keep this in mind, okay? First of all, they make their money on customers, not giving you the full solution for 20 bucks. If you're buying a course for 20 bucks that's supposed to magically be a business in the box that's going to make you hundreds or thousands of dollars every day, right? Think about it this way, like if they sold that to you for 20 bucks, like what's really in it for them? In other words, they're not making any money at that point, right? The creators of this content are not going to make any money if they have the silver bullet solution and they're only selling it for 20 bucks. That means you buy it, you go out and you make your money, and you never talk to them, right? Where they make their money is on keeping you as a customer. So what they do typically, and this is not everybody, but typically what they do is they intentionally leave out vital information that you really need to be successful in terms of marketing their product or using a method that they have, et cetera, or really going through the course. They intentionally do that because they want you to buy the next course. And you'll notice these same guys that are all about, hey, this is the best tool, this is the best thing. I don't do that. I have this one tool. I really have my own products and services, and I use the tool I'm about to show you in a few minutes here to generate business. But I really wanted to help my friend here who created this tool get this to as many people as possible. So this is kind of a one and done for me. But most of the time, you see these same people, they'll get you to buy something, and then a month later, they're all about the next big silver bullet. They have, oh, well, you have the next marketing course. This is what's working now, or this is the new tool that's working now, right? But every month they're coming out with a new thing. And so what they want is they want you to keep buying. So they keep leaving stuff out of these things and making it not perfect so that you come in and you have to actually spend 20 bucks here, 30 bucks there. Next month it's 100, the next month is 50 bucks. But you know what, guys? There's no free lunch. If you're looking for this tool or anything to just, click a button and then all of a sudden you have hundreds of dollars coming to your bank account, you might as well just leave now, because there is no free lunch, guys. There's no magic bullets. There's no free lunch. There's no way that you're going to literally just sit on the beach with your feet in the sand and make money on autopilot without doing any work. Okay. My tool that I'm going to show you in a few minutes really does expedite and really does make it as easy as it humanly possible can be, but you still have to do some work. You're still going to have to have a good product. You're going to have a good service, and you're going to have to know how to sell it or otherwise get people to buy it. So this is not a magic bullet like you'll see elsewhere, but just keep in mind when you're looking at all these too good to be true offers, they usually are. Okay, they're really overhyped and they're typically under-delivered. In fact, the only way I really know to generate income is contacts. Okay, secret number 3 here is it's all about contacts. How many people can you contact? How many people can you get your message to? I'm not talking about putting a message on Facebook and hoping somebody sees it, right? I'm not even talking about impressions, right? I'm talking about how many people can you connect with that are actually be interested in what you're buying and what you're selling. They're interested in buying from you. It doesn't matter if it's a service or a course or a physical product. It doesn't really matter. But what's really going to help you is how many people can you physically connect with, right? Now, what I'm showing you here on this graph, it shows like how fast the response time affects whether or not you can close somebody. Now, whether you own a traditional business, multi-level marketing, or online business, you need to make contacts. Now, the best contacts you can make are live contacts. What does that mean? That means not somebody who opened an email or somebody who saw a social media message, but somebody who actually reached out to you and said, yes, I'm interested. Somebody you talked to who had a positive response, or somebody who responded to an email, somebody who responded to a text, somebody who you called on the phone or they called you and they expressed an interest in your product, right? So that's the best kind of contact, okay? Now, the best live, those are live contacts, by the way. The best live contacts are those that are really fresh, okay? So keep that in mind as well. So the best live contacts, as this graph shows, are fresh contacts. In other words, if somebody sends you a text that says, yes, I'm interested, right? You want to catch that guy in the first 5 minutes if it's humanly possible. Somebody that calls you back on the phone, you want to, and let's say they leave a message, you didn't get the call, you want to call them back in 5 minutes. You don't want to wait 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or the next day or 2 days later. You want to call them as soon as you get that contact. The reason being is because, and as this graph shows, after 5 minutes, the rate of actual getting back a hold of that guy drops from, by 100 times from the first 5 minutes all the way to 5 minutes later. And second of all, your qualification rate, like your ability to qualify the people that have expressed an interest, goes down by 21 times after 5 minutes. So basically, those hot prospects, the guys that are really hot to buy, those guys are the ones that are qualified, and you want to get a hold of them while they're interested. So if you can get a hold of them right away, those are the best live contacts you can possibly get. So if you can respond within 5 minutes, it increases your contact rate by 100 times. So that's very, very important here. Now, what is the big question here? So what is the answer? How do you get those hot, fresh leads, and how do you connect with as many people as you possibly can? How can you expand the number of people you connect with so that you get a lot of people, your message out to a lot of people, and you get a lot of contacts going, and then you in turn get a lot of live contacts that are calling you or responding to you, and then how can you immediately respond to them in a way that is immediate, and they're not waiting for minutes or hours or days or whatever. You're able to get a hold of them right when they're hot. Well, the answer to that question is automation, okay? Now, I'm going to show you a program here. This is the tool I've been talking about. This is called FreeSMS. Okay, this is a tool I want to show you that allows you to expand your contacts by 100 times what you're doing now. If you're cold calling, if you're emailing, if you're doing anything else, this is going to really expand how many people you can connect with. And it will allow you to respond to them in an immediate way as well. We'll show you that in a minute. So let me show you this program.
Okay, guys, so here what we have is the FreeSMS system. This is the tool that I've been talking about. This system lets you send 1,000 text messages per day, one every 20 to 30 seconds. It will literally send these messages out over and over and over again, and it does it on complete autopilot. What you do with this is you upload your list of contacts, which again, if you don't have any leads or you don't have 1,000 contacts or enough, don't worry. We can help you set that up. We have a very, very inexpensive lead program that will help you get enough leads to fill this program. But what you do is as you program this, you take a simple message like, hey, are you still interested in working from home? Or, hey, are you looking to reduce your debt by 30%? Or whatever your product or service is, you send them just a quick introductory text message and you program that into the system in this platform. Then the system sends that out to people over and over and over again every 20 to 30 seconds. And what happens is over time, as this thing starts to run, you'll get responses. In fact, you see here, he says, stop, yes, K, yes, yes, F you, tell me more. But you'll get a few people that'll say no or F you or don't call me. But if we blow this up to 100 now, you'll see exactly what kind of response rate we get. All these people are responses. You get yes, yes, send me more, get more, I'm interested. How do I find out? Tell me more. Stop, F you, whatever, But most of these people will tell you, out of 1,000 texts, you can get anywhere between 100 to 200 people saying yes. Then you can program the system to automatically reply saying, if you're interested, please go to this link. And then they hit your link. And then you have them you can set them up with an email capture lead page, or you can send them to your website, or you can even have an appointment form where they can schedule an appointment where you can talk to them. It's an incredibly powerful system here, and you definitely need to take advantage of this, guys. This is amazing. Now, out of 100 to 200 contacts, yeses, you probably will get 10 to 50 people responding, clicking on your link, and going to the next step and engaging with you enough to where you actually have them as a legitimate lead. So keep that in mind. This is 10 to 50 leads every day, sending out 1,000 texts on autopilot. You're not doing all that work. You're just talking to people that are already interested. They've been vetted. You've already talked to them twice. You've hit them twice, and now you're talking to a warm lead.
So there you kind of saw there was kind of a real rush through, but if you looked at that screen, what you saw there is there's out of 100 leads here, you probably had 20 or 30 people all saying, yes, I'm interested. What is this? Tell me more. How can I work from home? This is a work from home list. And those of you guys who don't know, especially if you're working those kinds of opportunities, you sometimes you'll get info, a lot of those guys, but you don't you see 30, 40, 50 of those guys all at once. And this is a campaign that literally runs on autopilot. You're not doing all that work yourself. You're not sitting there by the computer waiting for them to respond. This thing is automatically sending those messages out. And what this is a text program. So this is FreeSMS is the name of this program. Okay? I want to introduce this to you. And what this is, what you just saw there, is actually an online platform. But at heart, what it really is a texting program. Now, this is an automated texting program that will send up to 500 texts per hour if you wanted to. Well, that's quite a lot, obviously, but typically you can send 500 to 1,000 a day, individual text messages, and those messages will generate typically because it will typically generate anywhere between 50 to 100 people saying, "Tell me more. I'm interested. What is this all about?" And then after a couple of messages, you get to send them to a link, and you'll actually get 10 to 50 leads every single day. Now, the cool thing about this program is you get to send unlimited text every month. There's no limit. There's no cap. If you want to send 1,000 messages an hour, you can do that. Okay. Actually, I think it's 500 an hour is what it really caps out at. But that's something like really a million texts a month. Most people are going to send about 1,000 texts a day, which is about 20 to 30,000 texts per month. And that's going to generate to you literally like 30 to 40 leads every single day with almost any niche you can think of, okay? And the other cool thing about this is you just have one monthly low fee, right? You don't have any extra charges, extra fees. Most texting platforms out there that are any good, they charge you a monthly fee, but then they also charge you a 2 or 3 cent per text fee. This program does not charge you per text, so it's actually going to save you a ton of money on this type of marketing. As I mentioned, no per text charges on this one. So you just pay one flat fee and you're good to go. Okay. Now the messages, the other cool thing is that the messages are sent from a real cell phone. Okay. So that allows you to have 100% deliverability. Why that's important is because you'll sometimes see plugins or other types of things which claim to send SMS messages to people, but unless it's coming from an actual cell phone, the cell phone carriers won't actually deliver it. It'll actually block the messages, and the person you're trying to send a message to will not get the message. You're talking about 10, 20% deliverability on those other types of platforms. But if you actually have a real cell phone in hand and you have something that's sending messages from that cell phone, you're going to get 100% deliverability. Okay. The other cool thing is you'll get instant responses, as I said. You saw there in the little demo, he ran that campaign. I think he had started that maybe like an hour before he ran that video, and he already had 20 or 30 people asking, tell me more, I'm interested, that kind of thing. The cool thing about text messaging versus email and other types of marketing is you have a 92% open rate. If you're doing really good email, you might get a 10 to 15% open rate. So that's like 20% of what you get here. People see a text on their phone, they open it up, and they look at it. That means they're seeing your message. If you have a decent message, and they respond, and then you respond back. Next thing you know, you're in a quick conversation, and then you can send them a link, warm them up a little bit, then send them to your offer, or even just say, hey, let's chat for a few minutes, and immediately pick up the phone and call them if you want. But 92% of people will see it on their phone and look at your message. Versus email, most of it goes to spam. If it doesn't go to spam, it's going to be, they may not even click it. They just skip over it. So most of the time, you have to send 10 times more emails out to get the same open rates as you would a text. Okay. This tool is also perfect for follow-up. I mean, I've talked about sending cold leads. If you have a lead list of people that haven't done business with you, this is a great way to connect with those guys. But this is a perfect tool for follow-up too. So if you've been in business for a while, or you have leads from other things you sold, other things you've done, and you have a ton of people on your cell phone, you can actually send this to follow up with people. So you send a message out, or people that haven't done business with you, maybe they did a business with you in a previous opportunity, or maybe if you've been in business for several years, maybe you just haven't touched these guys in the last 2 or 3 months. They were leads, but then they went stale, and you don't have time to connect with all of them. Let's say your marketing is really good, but you haven't been able to follow up with all these guys. This is a perfect platform. This allows you to really, at the touch of a button, follow up with these guys and send them a message saying, hey, we lost track of you, we want to talk to you, and get those people re-engaged. Okay. This works with home business opportunities, multi-level marketing companies, any type of brick and mortar or online business, pretty much any business you can think of, this is a great program for. The other thing is that it'll expand your lead base. It really will expand your ability to connect with and engage people to get more leads and get more sales. Now, if you're looking at this thinking, well, this would be great, but I don't have any lead lists. I don't have any big list of cell phone numbers that I can call or I can send text messages to. I want to let you know right now, don't worry about that. We actually have a program here. In fact, if you order this platform today, you can choose from different packages of leads if you want. It's optional, of course. If you've got enough leads, you don't need any more, fine. But if you do need the leads, you do want more current lead lists for specific niches or that kind of stuff, we've got you covered. So you'll be able to use this program right out of the box. Now, I really want you to order now. This is the program that's really going to catapult you into the next level. If you're just starting off business, or if you've tried online business or different ways to make money from home, and it's just not worked for you, this is the thing that you're missing. You're missing the ability to connect with and contact dozens and dozens of people every single day, so that you can actually go out and talk to people who are interested and sift through all the people that are not interested, but get to those people that are really interested, and then have meaningful conversations, which will turn into sales. So I want you to know, though, we have this on an introductory price today, and once this counter below this video hits 0, the introductory price is going to be gone. So we really need to take advantage of this special offer we have while you have a chance. So look down here below this video, and you'll see this video. Now, first of all, you may be thinking to yourself, how much does this all cost? Well, if you look at this in terms of other marketing strategies, if you went and did Facebook ads or Google ads, those things are going to cost you $500 to $1,000 a month just on the click budget. And if you have somebody else running it for you, that's another $500 or $1,000 a month. right? Social media lead generation works when you can post things over and over and spread it out over social media, but that can take hundreds of hours a month just to get a few leads, a few people biting. And then you have to ask yourself, well, what is my time worth? It goes back to that I'm spending 90% of my time on lead gen and only 10% of my time having meaningful conversations. This program takes all that away from you, so you can just focus on closing people and making sales. Okay. Now, what about direct mail? Well, direct mail will cost you thousands of dollars just to post it. I mean, I used to run direct mail campaigns for my marketing company, and it does work, but you have to invest 10, 20, 30, $40,000 over the course of 6 months for you really to start seeing return on your investment. And other SMS platforms, as I mentioned, they may cost $200 a month, right? But then they charge 2 to 3 cents per text. So if you're sending 1,000 texts a day, 20,000 texts a month, that's $400 plus the $200 monthly fee. That's a $600 fee there, right, for other texting programs. But with this program, with FreeSMS, we have no per text charges, as I mentioned. You can send unlimited text up to 500 an hour if you've got enough leads. The phone is included, so it's phone-to-phone text messaging. You can set up automated replies to the people who respond, so you can actually type in automated respond. It's like, hey, thank you for, they say, hey, send me some more information. It's like, hey, I'd love to send you some more information. Check this out, and they send a link on the second message, perhaps, right? We also give you inside the tool, there's a complete campaign tracking. So you see how many people are opened it, how many people responded, which numbers responded, how many opt-ins you get, all that stuff. They're complete campaign tracking, so you can see what's working and what's not. Now, with this program, how powerful this program is, we could easily charge $1,000 a month, and it'll be worth every penny. I mean, you're talking about replacing Facebook ads, replacing all that work on posting ads. $1,000 a month would be easily worth it. But we're not going to charge you $1,000 a month. Okay. We could easily charge you $550 a month, right? We could easily, even half of that would be an amazing deal. That's $550 a month is still less than you're going to pay for other SMS programs, right? That don't even give you all the tools. But we're not going to do that, okay? I could charge you $200 a month, and this will be a steal at $200 a month, right? But I'm not even going to charge you $200 a month, okay? With this one-time offer, you can get this amazing lead generation system today for only $99 a month, guys. That's one flat fee, $99 once a month. There's no contracts, there's no obligations. You pay your money and you try this out for a month, and if after 30 days you say, you cannot honestly tell me I've made 5 times, 10 times, 100 times that much in revenue, then you don't have to renew. It's just a completely non-contractual thing. At $99 a month, that's your buy-in. Give this a try. It's going to be amazing. You're going to be so blown away by how many people you can contact, how many leads you get, and how much your business is improved. Now, one thing you should also know about this, again, I mentioned there's a lead system. If you don't have leads of your own, we do have a few different packages for leads. So we can actually help you out. We can give you 10,000 leads, 100,000 leads, 200,000 leads, however many you need to really take this tool and really run it and ramp up your business. And it's all depending on who you are, what your finances look like, and how fast you want to ramp this thing up. So you can take a look at those packages. But for right now, jump on this offer before it expires. Get the FreeSMS Pro and start using this. In fact, and you'll get a free mastermind. I should have also mentioned that. A free mastermind group that you saw as it was in the video, where we do the free training, we answer your questions, we help you set things up so that it's all set up for you correctly and you're doing the right things, and you will start making money. So jump on this, guys. Jump on this. Click on the order button below and jump in and take advantage of this offer while it's still here, because literally, like, once a few people start doing this, he's going to run out of phones. He's going to run out of the ability to handle all the traffic. And then he's going to just have to raise his price to $200, $300, $400, $500, and really being commensurate with what this thing's worth. So jump on this while you can. We'll see you on the other side here, guys. Thank you.